All right, what is the question of the day? I don't know. I just make this shit up, to be honest. I just kind of, I just make it up as I go. Pretend, fake to make. This is still my favorite thing to do. And that's what I do. I like to make video. All right, the question of the day. If you're going to make video about Live Good, what do you talk about? My most successful videos are when I just kind of bullshit and like I turn the recorder on and we're like pals. What's going on? All right, well, let's talk about this or let's talk about that. But if you get too technical on video, I think it bores the living poop out of people. Like the poop just squirts right out, like two pieces, and one goes to the left, one goes to the right, and you're like, oh my God, I'm making a mess. But if you can be yourself on video, I think that's 90% of almost to the success train that you're trying to hop on. All right? Now, you're going to see a million other video examples of people either promoting Live Good or other opportunities. Some are in a studio with lighting, like, what's his name? Anthony Morrison, Grant Cardone. There's a lot that have really good video where they're in a studio. And then I call them gonzo. It's where they are on the street. Grant's always getting on his Learjet and making deals. And man, he's 10xing his way to another 5 billion trillion. One guy that I admire, and I drove around all day in Salt Lake as he was speaking at a college down south in Provo. And then he went up to, and this is pretty funny, believe it or not, there is a father and a son, and what they do is they get like chainsaws and they just cut stuff up. They smack it with hammers. They drop it off roofs. They just destroy stuff. And Gary Vee needed a ride up there to film them as they do millions and millions of dollars in views on YouTube, literally. Now, can you imagine your dad going, okay, son, I just bought a Stretch Armstrong from the 70s. What we're going to do is cut it in half and see what the jelly looks like. The kid's like, okay. All right, son, we're going to take a baseball and chop it in half, and let's see what's inside a softball and a baseball and a rubber ball and how about a beach ball? All right, Dad. Okay, I just bought a pinball machine. Let's see if we can get it on the roof and throw it down on the concrete and not break the patio and make your mom and dad pissed at us. All right. Would you watch a YouTube channel like that? You bet your butt you would. And they're up the street here from my studio, about 25-minute drive. That's the trick of YouTube. It's more almost entertainment versus education half the time. I feel that if you do too much information all the time on Live Good, people will zone out because there's going to be a time and a place where people kind of figure out what Live Good is because they go to livegood.com. The comp plan's there. No one knows what it is in the beginning. I don't even know if our company understands it. I think they have like rocket scientists, computer guys that go, okay, this is where it goes. This is where this money hit, blah, blah, blah. And, the human mind can only calculate so much. But I still think like Nodder and the scientists and Ben, and not even they can tabulate that much money. $10 million a month already is coming in just on product alone. Can you imagine trying to figure out the comp plan of 325,000 people? But computers can. And you know what? Let a lot of the computer stuff take care of the computer stuff. Computer stuff is boring, isn't it? AI bores the living shit out of me. I know it's the future, but you know what AI can do? It can get me real people that are interested in maybe doing what I do with my radio show, real estate, because I use AI for a lot of other business. Live Good is my hobby. This is fun. I do this because I get a kick out of this. So if you can somehow make Live Good fun and entertaining, and let the computers do all the figuring and the comp and the plan and the structure and the ingredients and all these other things that people focus on. And it's good to know. I'm not saying don't know Live Good. You can walk blindly into this business and probably trip over success. You probably really can. And I'm sure that a lot of people that are making money with Live Good, they really don't know half about the company. And good for them. I'm just the type of guy that I really do want to know what products we sell. I really do want to know how much they are. The comp plan, I understand it pretty good at this point, but I also understand that if I talk about it too much, it's going to bore the living shit out of most people. All I can tell you is that it's an affordable company. All right, you got $9.95 a month. You got $40 to be an affiliate. That's realistic. A lot of people can do that. Out of the country, up in Canada and Mexico, even clear the hell over in South Africa and Philippines, those guys are kicking ass. Guys and girls, okay? That's right. Girls are probably kicking ass more. Everyone else is over there working on their tans. They have some cool beaches over there. I'd be on the beach right now, probably having a girl kick my ass because I'm not promoting LiveGood. I'm looking at girls' butts and bikinis. But anyway, I was having a conversation with a buddy, a little chit chat, and this is for you, Stan. I'll even make a video where you're my example. I know Stan. We haven't met, but we chat a lot. I try to give him as much advice as I can by talk texting. Stan's probably like, God, how does he write so much? Well, when you talk and text at the same time, I can write 7,000 words in about 7 seconds because what's it called? Speech type or type text or whatever. So anyway, but I was telling Stan, and if you're watching this, Stan, you'll probably chuckle. You almost have to be an entertainer. You have to at least be interesting somehow. Even if you're not behind the scenes, your post is at least with colors, or it has to show something to get people's attention. Okay? And if you're going to go for the bigger money and LiveGood, where you want to maybe go, God, I can pay off some bills. I can pay my rent. I can maybe buy that car that I always wanted, or have my kids go to a better college because I've got 30,000 saved up. I recommend spending the 30 grand on yourself and let your kids work for their own college education. I'm old school. My mom and dad are like, college, what? You want to go to college? You better go to McDonald's and work for 20 years and save. Go to community college. I'm just kidding. If you can afford to get your kids college, that's cool. But you know what? With LiveGood, you don't need college. Isn't that cool? You need $49.95. And you just need to somehow just get out of your shell. If you're shy, go crazy with your posts. Just because you're shy or an introvert or tired or grumpy, no one gives a shit. Go ahead and have some fun. Go crazy. Who's your favorite comedian? Like Happy Gilmore. Remember when Happy Gilmore, he's kind of cool and then he gets pissed off and he beats up Bob Barker. Then Bob Barker beats his ass, and then he gets the golf clubs and he smashes them up, and and then behind the scenes he's kind of cool. Hi, Grandma. Okay, I'm trying to win a couple more golf tournaments and we'll save your house. Then he gets out on the course and he goes ape shit. Isn't that awesome? Be the Happy Gilmore of LiveGood. Dare to have fun. Be entertaining or be entertained. But make this kind of cool. Don't be so damn technical. Hey, do you want to make some money? You know what? We've got the best dynamic plan of the matrix of the powerline. And we have so many fancy words that not even Avon or Nu Skin or Herbalife can keep up with us, because now we have AI technology that helps me come up with even more dynamic words. I'm like, yeah, but where's the fun? Is there fun anywhere? Can I have some fun, please? If not, I wouldn't even do LiveGood, to be honest. I know there's millions to be made, but you know what? To make money and LiveGood, you've got to trade time for laziness, time for fun, time for family, time for maybe where you could go get a part-time job, and damn well if let's say you're making 15 to 20 bucks an hour. At least if you're going to work 4 hours, what's 4 times 20? 8,000 trillion. If you want to make $1 trillion, you got to work 4 hours for 20 bucks. But at least you got 80 bucks coming in minus tax. Okay? Now, if you think that way, and believe me, half of America and half of this planet do think that way. If I work this much, I will get paid this much. There's security in that. And good for you, because those type of jobs are probably the most important when you think about it. And with LiveGood, you don't know. You can post, you can talk about things. You might make some business cards and try your best to just convey a message. But make it fun. That way, if you're going to spend a little bit of time sitting there in your underwear, boxers, or ladies, I don't know if you guys sit in your underwear like us guys. I'm in underwear now. I have an AC/DC shirt on, but I'm not wearing Levi's. I'm not wearing like stuffy shorts or pants. I'm wearing boxer shorts. Maybe, maybe I'm wearing a G-string from the 70s because I was around during disco. I might have a cheetah G-string on right now, like a Speedo. I might play Casey and the Sunshine Band right now and do disco dancing. I'm even from the 80s. Do you remember break dancing when people would go like this and then they would do fancy stuff and they'd do all this crazy shit? Man, I've been around a long time. There's a lot of stuff I could do on camera to maybe entertain you or make me look like the biggest, probably asshole in LiveGood. But you got to lighten up a little bit. You got to sit back and you almost got to think, am I an entertainer? Can I entertain? Or can I just be a little more interesting than my dumb posts? And I watch these videos, how to make a capture page, and God, everything that is so technical. I tend to believe that if you're watching certain things that make you click or want to buy, it's probably because somehow it was a little more interesting. I always use this hot rod. See this hot rod thing I bought at Hobby Lobby? If I said, what catches your eye? You would probably say that Hot Wheels thing because it's kind of red, yellow. It's totally famous. In America, everybody knows Hot Wheel. But there's a lot of other stuff. My walls are busy, and I know that, and I love it that way. But there's always got to be something that gets people's attention when you've got 6 trillion billion things out there that are trying to take away the attention from who you're trying to get, which could be a video, TikTok. There's Mr. Beast. He's probably getting a television, throwing it off a roof like David Letterman used to do off buildings. Except with Mr. Beast, he'll say, oh, by the way, there's $1 million cash inside that TV. And let's just throw it out on the street in Brooklyn and not tell anybody. And then people walking by, let's say 3 a.m, they notice there's $1 million cash all over the street. I mean, you can't beat a Mr. Beast type of entertaining perspective. That's pretty impressive. And good for you, Mr. Beast. I forgot your real name, but he's a kid. $60 million a year he makes just off YouTube. Pretty impressive. And there's a reason why. He entertains. He's interesting. So I equate success, even in LiveGood or anything, when it comes to online where there's a boatload. I don't want to say shitload because I might get in trouble on YouTube. Maybe I'll edit that part, but I'll tell you what, there's a crap ton of competition out there trying to get the eyeballs that you're trying to get. But just try to be a little more interesting or maybe a little, on your posts. I always hate when I say that. I don't mean you're boring. I just mean try to be more crazy or use some humor maybe. Maybe. If you have to, get somebody like Chris Farley. Remember, he goes, fat guy in a little coat. Remember in Tommy Boy? Remember Saturday Night Live, Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley? They were trying not to be Chippendales, and Patrick Swayze was like the best looking guy on the planet. Chris came out in his little G-string and was shaking his little chubby body. That was awesome. If you have to, post that. Put a picture of Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze up there on an ad. And put something about health or nutrition or, question, who lived good and who's feeling good? I mean, my God, I think I want to be humorous, but I love Patrick Swayze. He's one of my idols, man. He's a badass. And Chris Farley made me laugh, which is my #1 addiction by far. And both those guys were cool. They passed away, and rest in peace, both those guys. They entertained us. They were probably shy. I bet Patrick Swayze, he might have been like a little kid that was kind of nerdy. And then his mom was a teacher, I read, about dance, and he was starting to do like ballet ballroom dancing. He probably got teased a lot. Now it's a little more mainstream, but ballroom dancing, that's never been cool in school. I don't know one guy that would have been a ballroom dancer without probably getting teased. And then look what he did. He grew up to be one of the coolest dudes ever in the 80s and 90s. Chris Farley, if you look at his life, his dad was kind of a fun smartass, and his brothers, and Chris took his kind of smartass ways and made him into one of the best comedians of all time. And poor cat kind of passed away. I think he was 33, wasn't he? But man, they made a decision to be interesting, or to at least post themselves. They dared to be interesting, and my gosh, they were, weren't they? But I guess my video is just, it's hard to think of this as entertainment, but gosh, you almost have to entertain and have something that gets people's attention. You know what I mean? And you can't really light yourself on fire, but if that gets people's attention, I know some people have done that actually. But anyway, just lighten up when it comes to Live Good. A lot of people will get frustrated with their posts and they won't get the traction that they're hoping for. And then you look at all the video and all the posts that are out there. But remember this, and I firmly believe it, and this is sad but true. The 325,000 people that are signed up right now, do you think they have the passion of just a guy like me that has made 600 videos? And I've only been in Live Good 2.5 months. And do you think that everyone has the drive that you might have? Out of 325,000, are they going to slice out an hour or maybe 2 hours? Are they going to make Live Good fun where they hang in there? Because it's really not about the money. Live Good is too affordable. At $40 one-time fee, forget about it. Once you spend the 40, it's gone. You don't have to worry about it ever again. You'll make another 40, pretty sure. Do you have $9.95 a month? I bet you do. If I go to your Facebook, I bet you're probably smoking, drinking, going boating. You're probably going to a movie that costs $100 for 4 people. You've got $9.95. I know you do. I wish I won Powerball. I'd give everybody a downline. I just go, hey, you know what? I'll buy your damn membership. I believe you can do this. I really do, or I wouldn't do it. Without duplication and fun, there's no business, a guy my age that's nearing 60 years old, to waste my time like this when I've got a bright 80-degree sun outside, Mount Olympus right on the other side of these walls, and I got a motorcycle full of gas. That's fun. And I busted my ass to afford that little bastard outside, and I love it. I kind of kiss it, and I rub its I rub its belly when I put it gas. All right, lighten up, guys. Life is good. You're gonna live good. I just know it. Just hang in there, though. Don't go anywhere. Just get pissed off and quit for a month and then come back. If you got to do it, then just do it. Make a decision. If you're gonna quit, do it now, and then get your ass back here in a month or two. And then I'm going to go ahead and make fun of you for losing your downline that I'm going to take. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Because if people sign up underneath me, they should be signing up underneath you. Okay? So, all right. If you want to join Live Good, links below. You guys can figure it out. I think you know YouTube by now. And you might be watching this on another platform. But you guys are cool, man. I have a lot of fun and Live Good. Okay? Be good. Live good. Over and out.